Back then, Greece worshipped a very unique religion. Their religion would mainly consist of multiple gods. Some of the main gods were Zeus, lord of the skies and lightning, Poseidon, lord of the sea and earthquakes, and Hades, lord of the underworld and dead. Their religion also focused on temples, sacrifices, burial, and even predicting the future. Usually in one city-state, they would focus on one god to worship and be in their favor. The gods would be honored in temples, where citizens could sacrifice animals and pray to the gods for good fortune. If the sacrificed animal's organs were still intact and good, then he was considered a good omen, and a feast would be held, as sacrifice also means feast in Greek. However, if the sacrificed animal's organs were to be bad, then he would be considered a bad omen, and therefore the priest would decide the future of the victim who sacrificed the animal. Speaking of future predictions, the Greeks also believed in augury, predicting the future depending on the bird's patterns. For example, seeing an owl would mean that someone would die. The Greeks also believed in proper burial, as it would be considered capital punishment if one was not buried properly. The reason why proper burial was required was so the soul of the dead person could live a good life in the underworld. The woman would be in charge of burying family members, as they would close the body's eyes and put a coin in their mouth in order to pay Charon for a ferry into the underworld through the river Styx. Going back to predicting the future, the Delphic Oracle was one of the most famous predictors of the futures. Her real name was Pythia and sat on a three-legged stool where she would emit her prophecies. Claiming to receive prophecies from Apollo, the god of prophecy, many noble kings and men would hear her prophecies. Her prophecies helped decide whether war should be started or not, and so on. In conclusion, Greek religion is very peculiar in many ways. However, it's what makes up the story of Greece and its culture, and continues to entertain us with their multiple stories of gods and goddesses.